Hello everybody, welcome to my first Let's Play. Today we're going to be playing a 1 block challenge with my dad, and we're going to get some resources and food, tools, and things like that. For this first video we're going to have a lot of sped up bits, and we also have friendly fire off because when you have multiple people on a 1 block challenge, it is very likely that you will get hit off by the person who you're doing the 1 block challenge with. A lot of this first video is going to be mining the 1 block, and it will probably be that'll probably be the most of it. I will try to get something other than the 1 block done today, but it's not necessarily going to happen, but I will try to. Currently I'm just going to make a tree farm here, and so that I can get wood, because later on in the video we're going to have be in the Stone Age, and you're not going to get as much wood. You only get a few stone planks every now and then, so we're going to just do that. So there we go, you'll see me doing that now. There we go. The reason that I'm building the tree farm spread out across the sides is so that it grows, when the tree grows, it doesn't knock us off the 1 block. And you can see me adjusting here. You have to be wary about how much dirt you have, because dirt is a very useful thing in the 1 block. It's how you're going to grow your food. You can see here I didn't have enough there either, so we're going to we need a sword. So that's one of the things you need to have, specific tools. It just makes it a whole lot quicker. It's really useful. I'm going to be doing most of the crafting and the building and things like that, just because then my dad will probably be mining the 1 block a whole lot. And as you can see here, we just got a water bucket. We're going to put that on the side, and then, because later on we're going to get things like gravel, sand, anvil, so you see we can place that block below there, and then you can, when the gravel comes, it doesn't fall into the void, and so that's really useful. We're getting food here, so you get a bunch of stuff in this 1 block, but as you saw with the pigs that spawned earlier and other animals, it doesn't just spawn passive mobs, it also spawns things like creepers, so they're really dangerous. And later on, if you get obsidian, you can then go and put that down, and it's blast resistant, and so it won't get blown up by the creepers, so that's really useful. We're going to be right now I am making a water farm, infinite water source, and that is going to be so that we can have as much water as we need. So if I won't run out of water. After I finish this infinite water source, I'm going to make a cobblestone generator, and that is because, as I said with the wood earlier, when you have when you're in different stages, it doesn't give you all the items. So when I'm in let's say the wood stage, I'm going to not be getting cobblestone, and so if I run out and I need some, then well, I'm stuck until I get back into a cobblestone stage, which isn't always useful. So that's what I'm doing now. As you can see, water is really essential for this 1 block challenge. I can place blocks below our island, make it lower, make it higher, things like that. And it's really useful for making things. Like this cobblestone farm. As you can see, I'm just putting the lava and the water in. This is the way that I know how to make the cobblestone farm. I don't really know how the other way works. I keep on losing my lava. It turns into obsidian. It's a real pain. But another thing that I suggest, if you make a cobblestone farm, add a hopper, because the lava is less likely to burn something. And add a lever onto a button or a lever or something that stops the water on the side of your Cobblestone Farm just to make it so that the water will not flow out and push you into the edge. Like you saw, I almost fell over there, fell into the void. Then I'm going to add a piece of oak planks into the back, because the reasoning for this is my pickaxe is currently not fast enough to break into that the plank. And as you can see, I get all the cobblestone straight into the chest, and there's no, like, you hardly get any waste that goes into the lava, so that's really useful. If you want to get this 1 block challenge for yourself, it's called the original 1 block challenge. I'm not sure who the creator of this 1 block challenge is. It's a pretty cool map. You get all sorts of things like efficiency 5, fortune, just really, it's quite good stuff that you get. You don't get everything that you could possibly need, like mending and things like that, but currently I am making a villager house so that my villagers won't get knocked off by mobs that spawn in the spawning thing. You won't usually get good. I haven't got a librarian from this, but what I do for my villager farms usually is I will take the first 2 villagers and they will be farmers, because then you can buy bread and then breed them with the bread, and so that's really useful. What I am going to do now is I'm just going to get them into their house, and then once I've got them into the house, I will leave them in there, and they'll just stay there until probably around, well, they actually stay there forever because there's no point in them being moved. They can just stay there. They'll probably be our breeding villagers, and so we'll turn them into farmers, but we'll need some beds first. Currently we don't have any wool. You actually get a wool stage. It's a bit of a pain because unless you have shears, then it takes a while to mine all the wool. It's kind of a pain, but it's fine. It's not. You can make beds and things, which is what we'll do later in at a later point. But we just need to get this finished, and then we will move on to something else. One of the things that we do is we build our underground platform, like under our initial base, and then if we fall into the void, we won't die. We'll just land on our platform. Doesn't always work. If a skeleton falls on there and you don't realize, it's obviously they're going to shoot you off. But what you just want to make sure that you have some way to stop you from dying. If you're good with an elytra, then you want to be able to do that. What I do is I get the first farms that I like to make are a sheep farm, a cow farm for the leather, what's the thing called? Skeleton farm, creeper farm, and a sugarcane farm, which I will show you at a later stage. And they're really useful. You can get infinite bones, infinite sugarcane, and that means infinite rockets because of the gunpowder. My design isn't the best. I don't know many farm designs. They're not amazing, but they're pretty effective. In this 1 block, it is quite an early edition of Minecraft. It's before 1.17, before 1.16, I think. So I don't think you'll get any netherite or anything like that. We won't be going to the nether or the end in this series, in this YouTube channel, because that is what our family believes. We will not be doing that. So currently I'm just doing some work around the island. So you can see here, I'm starting to build that underground bit that I was talking about earlier. It's pretty simple. All you do is you just go and you place 2 blocks under here, then you go and place a block in the right position, and it's hard when you're in the water because you're going to drown, but you place a block on the bottom, and then once you've got it on the bottom, you can then go and get rid of the water and get some things. Get some slabs. I build in slabs. It saves you a bunch of time. It means that you won't have to get as many blocks. So, as you can see here, if you needed 6 if you're building an area with 6 slabs, instead of having to mine the cobblestone generator 6 times, you can now go and make one. You only have to mine it 3 times, so it saves a bunch of time, a bunch of tool durability. That's one thing which is very useful in a 1 block challenge. It doesn't have to be cobblestone as well. It can be anything that can be turned into slabs. It can be used, so it can be turned into slabs for building. Obviously, if that's only for building underground bits. It also can stop mobs from spawning if you use bottom half slabs, so it's really useful. I would suggest doing that. Also, if you haven't noticed, I am doing a voiceover because I've got a lot of people in my family. It's really noisy, and so I'm just going to do a voiceover, so when it's quiet then I can do one of these. So that's why. So that it's, if you're just wondering. So now I'm just building a water fountain so that I don't have to go up and I don't have to have like a staircase or something which takes up a lot of space. A water fountain is really useful because it's just 1 block up and down, which means we don't have to bother about that. So right now, as you can see, whenever I go and mine the cobblestone generator or I mine the 1 block, I'm going to speed this thing up because it makes it less boring, and I don't want to make anything boring. I want to make it I want it to be a good video. I don't want it to be a bad video. I'd like it to be a good video. So that's why I am doing that. I know it's not usual to have a voiceover on a Let's Play, but that's just what I'm going to do because that's just what I have to do. So currently I'm getting a better pickaxe because my other one was just a stone one. They're not the best, and I can grab those diamonds. One thing that you want to do on a 1 block challenge is you want to conserve your items. So with this, you get 3 diamonds and then obsidian comes along. So if you go and you wait until the obsidian comes up, then you're not going to have any problem. But I didn't realise this on my first 1 block Let's Play. My first 1 block, not a Let's Play, sorry. My first 1 block, and as you can see there, we got the obsidian. And I'm just going to chuck these to my dad because don't really need to bother about that. Dad's going to be mining the 1 block a whole lot, so I don't need to be bothered about it. I will obviously get diamonds in the future, but not right now. I don't need them right now. So I am going to go and get some more slabs. So slabs, they're really useful. This is really one of the useful things that I've found when building a 1 block. I wouldn't do this in a regular world. It's just because of it being a 1 block challenge that I do this. So that's why I'm doing it right now. I mean, usually I wouldn't, but that's one of the things that we're going to do. Later on, we're going to add obsidian around the 1 block, because then when the creepers come along, they won't blow you up and all sorts of things like that. I want to keep these videos relatively short. I don't want them to be super long, because that's just, kind of, once you get to a long point, it's kind of boring. Kind of gets boring. So if you can just pack all fun things into a short amount of time, that's really nice and helpful. But what we're going to be doing is we're just going to carry on doing this. As you can see, my dad is currently putting obsidian around our 1 block, and so that means that we are able to get so that when the creeper comes, we won't get blown up and things like that. So that's really useful. I want to, just a challenge that I want to do is to get full diamond. It's not super hard, but it will be quite difficult when you're not getting diamonds a whole lot. You actually only get maybe 10, 11 sets of diamonds the entire time throughout the whole course of a 1 block. Once you have gone through all the stages, it repeats itself, and then it goes over again and again and again, and so you will see that we've done that. as you can see, we're currently in the nether stage, and we may not go to the nether or the end, but it is not exactly stoppable for us. Like, we can't exactly not do the nether stage without not doing this let's play. So I really wanted to do one block let's play, so we just did it. We will be making some farms later on, as I mentioned earlier, which are going to be extremely useful. We're going to be able to get food more easily. In a one block, you're not really running around a whole lot, but I mean, you're still getting hungry and stuff. So you still need to get food, but it's not as needed. We're just going to put some more obsidian around here so that we can, because we don't want the lava pouring everywhere. Obviously, we don't want the lava pouring everywhere, because if the lava pours everywhere, well, then all our stuff gets burnt. So we just need to be careful of that. So I'm just going to be very careful to just not let hopefully we won't have any creepers blow anything up. As you can see, we have a barrier around the edge of our base close enough that if we fall off, we won't get blown into the void or knocked into the void. But if we hit an animal just a little bit more than what would be hit to us, then they will fall into the void. So it's kind of, you just have to find that point. It's around 1 or 2 blocks is the best space to do it. So that's what I do. I try to do 1 to 2 blocks away from the edge, and that works really well. So that's what we've done so far. So we're just going to carry on working on what we've got so far, and this is pretty good for a first episode. We're coming near to the end of the video, so that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to finish doing a little bit more here, and then I'm going to end the video there. So that's pretty much all I'm going to do for this one. We will I don't think we'll do any more work between now and the next episode. So, and I'll see you next time.